Howdy. With this video, I want to go over the material for Oedipus the King. Make sure you can find it and what it's supposed to look like. Uh, there might be some problems with this, so if you're having trouble, let me know pretty quickly. In fact, you might want to go ahead and try some of these links to make sure they work for you. Don't wait till Wednesday night at 11:50 to see if these links work. But I'm doing this video on Friday, April 10th. Hopefully everybody's getting the first essay in right now. But next week we're going to be watching Oedipus the King in video format, full-length play from the ancient Greeks, a playwright named Sophocles. And it's a very interesting, lots of ambiguity, a very, very fascinating play. It's going to be a little cultural difference. We're not going to see exactly what the Greeks of the time saw back 2,400 years ago. But we can still, it's interesting how well we can relate to this play in many ways. For next Thursday, we'll be reading another play by Sophocles called Antigone. It's actually a prequel to Oedipus. It's a little shorter, maybe not quite as complex. It's pretty complex, though. Then we'll start on essay number 2. For the material for Oedipus King, if you go to the content page, you're going to see a little section I've created for all the material. Instead of trying to post it everywhere, all over D2L, in one place there. But to view the play, probably the first thing you want to do is do this introduction to Greek theater video. It's just a short 7-minute video. And it's a good video showing you kind of what the Greeks were looking at, and gives you some good visuals as to what's going on in the plays. The second one is the actual link to the play. We'll see how that works. So we're deep linking into the Northeast State databases. All kinds of exciting things can happen when we do that. But hopefully you'll click on that. It'll ask you for your username and password and then take you straight to the play. We'll see you there. There's also an Oedipus family tree handout. That's just going to look like this. This kind of shows you the relationships with everybody. This is kind of a family tree that doesn't branch out as much as maybe it should sometimes. Quick little overview of the play, then a little overview of what tragedy entails and some of the terms we use when we talk about tragedy, and that you're going to be using in that second essay. You can read that. Then this last one's an introduction to Oedipus the King. Generally, when students are watching the play, they'll get about a third of the way through and kind of go like, okay, what am I supposed to be getting out of this? And this is what this handout addresses. One is going to go over you some of the, what the Greek audience might have been seeing. For the Greek audience, they probably already kind of known the basic plot of when they go to see Oedipus King. It's like us going to see a movie about the Titanic. We know the boat's going to sink, right? So why go see the movie? Well, one, you can get all kinds of interesting things going on, particularly with dramatic and verbal irony. Somebody says, "Have a great cruise," you're like, the viewer of the movie already knows, no, the boat's going to sink. It's not going to be a good cruise. So you can kind of start developing interesting levels of irony within the work. And just some of the basic things going on in the play. And the last prompt there, it's not really a prompt, it's just more of a note there. Going to kind of point out that the Greeks are talking about some of the same questions we asked today. Excuse me. Why do bad things happen to us? Why is there suffering? If the gods are good or God is good, then what's the deal with all the evil in the world? Things like that. Do we really have free will? All these kind of interesting questions on what's our relationship to the gods in different ways. Same things that we ask now, the Greeks were asking 2,400 years ago. So hopefully we'll be able to relate to the play and particularly get into some of these questions with the second essay. For the link to the play, hopefully you can click on that and go to it. I'm going to show you the long way here. We're going to go to the Northeast State homepage. And you've been on the databases before. We're just going to a different database. So we're going to go to the Students tab and down to Library. And we're going to go to Online Databases here and click on that. Instead of the Health and Wellness databases, we're going to go to the Film databases. So we're going to go to F. And we're going to go to Films on Demand Master Academic Video Collection. And this will probably pop up. They want your username and password. Yeah, think about mine. It's been a while since I've logged on to the Northeast State system. This should be the one you used to get into D2L. If you change your D2L password, you may have to go back to your birthday in 6 digits. We'll see how all that works out. And we're going to go to type in and do a search for Oedipus the King. Now you probably want the word full on there, or else you're going to get into the little chapters. Where that Antigone came up, but well, there it is. Oedipus the King full video. It's weird it didn't come up first, but this is the one we're looking for. And if you just click on it, it should play for you. Hopefully your house isn't like my house, where I got 3 kids all doing homeschooling and trying to do it all on the internet, and streaming doesn't exactly stream sometimes. But we're gonna go ahead and click on that and get it going real quick. You gotta notice on the side it said they listed in segments.
So long. When he arrives, whatever the oracle commands,
this is not how the Greeks wrote the play or the experience the play, but it's just how the database breaks it down. One neat function is it has this transcript function. So it kind of shows you where they're at in terms of the play in written format. So when you go to quote the play later on in essay number 2, it's kind of nice if you know what part of the play the quote's coming from. You can go there and the transcript kind of shows you the quote for you right away, which is kind of nice. You're going to notice in all the discussions about Greek plays, they talk about the Greeks using mass. This production doesn't do that. It's a good question at the end. What kind of effect does that have? It's not supposed to be a realistic play. You're not supposed to be too wrapped up in the plot in terms of realism, but you're supposed to be kind of taking the plot and moving it up to the symbolic and some other level. Lots of interesting stuff to talk about. Again, on that material for Oedipus King, hopefully you can just click on that link and go straight to the video. There it is, popping up there. If you can't, you may have to do it the long way like I just did. But hopefully you can get to it. If you can't, let me know. Again, this is probably something you want to do pretty quickly so we know if it's working or not. But I think that's about it. Like I said, we want to watch the play, then we'll start working with the discussion boards for Wednesday later on. I'll probably post those prompts up on Sunday. If you have any questions about all this, be sure to let me know. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.